rib meat. Ah, there they are. Yes. Chicken leg quarters. Yummy. Still frozen. Not yet. Good afternoon, Doak cooks. This is, I mean, once again, we're going to hack all this stuff together. So I have, we're doing soup out of a can, which is, again, what are we doing? I am out of bread. Over in the air fryer right now is a chicken leg quarter that I had every intention of making a sandwich with, and that was that. All of my bread is done. Like, my loaf of bread is moldy. My buns were bad. My hot dog buns were gone. We ate bread last night with a pasta meal that I made that I didn't record. I have no bread. I have like no bread. The closest thing I've got is that. That's as close as I have to bread. I have crackers. I have saltine crackers, again, which are a gift amongst gifts, but holy smokes. So we're going to doctor some soup today for lunch, and we're going to do it real quick. So let's get to it. Hold on, we'll come back to that one in a second. sure the chicken's done. Oh man, does that look absolutely beautiful? Whew. Goodness, hot out of the air fryer. All right, really let that cool for a second. Now my dog is patiently pacing around me because she can smell this. She's not getting any of this. This is all mine, but she can smell it. And as you can tell, I am not being careful about style. I am chopping this up just to chop it up into bite-sized pieces, skin included, to add to our soup. And I'm smacking my camera while I'm doing all this. And I'm getting in the way, so. But this will go over into that. So let's go move this over there real quick. Let's turn this guy down a little bit. Let's introduce some of our chicken. So people will talk about elevating a simple or an easy or a go-to staple like soup, like a canned soup. By adding in this extra chicken to this and all the spices and the Worcestershire sauce and the Tabasco, and in a second, this monstrosity of a dry rub really takes this soup to another level. You can have your thoughts around canned food as pro, con, what have you. But for those of us that actually do consume food that has been canned, I love this stuff right out of the can, don't get me wrong, but adding in a few spices, some additional flavoring, some straight up air fryer chicken, and this is gonna take this soup to a whole new level. That's all. Let's go back to the rest of the chicken. Bone's right there. The bone is right there. That's the bone. So I'm just taking my meat away from my bone. And next to the bone, you have all kinds of cartilage and tendons and joints and other things. So we're attempting to cut this in a way that allows us to pull our meat off of it very easily and then just strip away the rest of the material that we are not going to consume. Ta-da! And there it is. And then what you can do is then you can then pull off your smaller bits. My dog is truly wishing that those smaller bits would fall to the ground. They are not yet. And like I said, I am being not too terribly careful here because the chicken that I care about is right here. And I just want to kind of cut these guys up, chop this up into bite-sized pieces so I can add them to my soup. Now, what have I done to my soup by doing this? I've added an entire chicken leg quarter to a single serving of soup. That means I now have a whole thing of soup and a whole chicken leg quarter. It's a lot of food. Once I fill up my bowl, and my bowl normally can hold the contents of that can without issue, watch what happens when I fill my bowl after I've introduced an entire chicken leg quarter of meat back into that liquid. Don't believe my bowl is going to be able to accommodate the entire contents of my pan. All right, so chopped chicken. Let's go add this to the rest of our soup. All right, now, for those eagle-eyed viewers, have you noticed that I have lost some liquid? Well, I have. This has now gone from a soup to more of a stew. And there are different ways that you can interject liquid back into this. I can add chicken stock into this. I can add water into this. I can add apple juice into this. Or I can add something else. Yep. I don't have much. I don't have much in the bottle. A very little bit. I'm not adding much. I'm not adding much back to my soup. Just a little. And frankly, I don't have any chicken stock in my pantry at the moment, and I've got nothing open in the fridge. But just that little amount of liquid brought this stew back to more of a soup, which is awesome. So I will let that warm up a little bit, and then we will quickly move over to putting this into a bowl so I can have my lunch. See you guys in a few. I totally forgot. Chaos in a bottle. Fire on earth. Dried napalm. Doesn't take much. Oh man, I have a death wish. All right, so there we go. Straight dried from my garden. Some of the hottest peppers I can grow in the state of Missouri are in here. And now they're in there. And then they'll be in my stomach, and then my stomach will scream at me, and my stomach will be very unhappy with me, and my stomach will say, stop doing this, and then I won't be allowed to use this ever again. But we'll see if my body completely rejects this, or if this will just be delicious as it's supposed to be. All right, we'll come back. Now remember, normally, this exact bowl will allow that can of soup to exist inside of it. I'm running out of room. All right, I am so running out of room. This is getting comical. How would that last? Wouldn't come out. All right. All right, well, there is your chicken noodle from a can and air fryer, chicken leg quarter, extra spices, extra sauce, extra hack, ready to eat. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. I got a broken